Hello, good evening, everybody. Lovely to see everybody here and all smiling, so that's always good. My name is Jane Lovibond. I am a Senior Vice President at BMY, and I'm also the EMEA co-chair of our Diverse Abilities network called HEART. So why do we have This Is Me? This Is Me is committed to changing attitudes around mental health and strives to create a healthier and more inclusive workplace by reducing the stigma, dispelling the myths, and improving employee well-being for good. At BMY, we're very, very proud to have been supporting This Is Me for almost a decade. And we've seen it firsthand, the impact that This Is Me has had as part of our well-being and diversity and inclusion strategies. The programme has three key strands. First of all, the Green Ribbon, a campaign which is a visible sign that we are supporting those that may have poor mental health. Secondly, we've got the Workplace Wellbeing, where we've got online learning tools that are accessible for all, and also our storytelling. So storytelling for me is one of those single most impactful thing that we have done at BMY. It encourages individuals to share their personal experiences with mental health so that others feel that they're not alone and that there are others who experience what they experience. And it is okay to not be okay.
I'm Anastasia. Currently, I'm Head of Workplace Wellbeing at the Mind Forward Alliance UK. I live in North London with my husband, and I was formerly a competitive figure skater, so although that was a long time ago, I still love to do it for fun. So often in the mornings before work you can find me very cold in an ice rink.
My name's Luke. I live in East London. My passions now are hiking, being in nature, helping other people, connecting with people. And actually my work is a passion as well, because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy challenges and I enjoy helping clients.
My name is Alice. I am an associate in Linklaters and I am passionate about hiking. I am a huge francophile and everything that goes with that. And I also am an avid reader.
My mental health journey began a long time ago. I remember being in my late teens. I began to worry a lot about everything, catastrophizing.
When I left home at the age of 18, I started experimenting with eating less and exercising more.
Drinking is a big part of the culture within what I do for work and in the corporate world, and I wanted to carry a facade of I'm successful, but the reality was I was a broke graduate, and it was a great excuse to drink for free and get drunk frequently.
Kind of feeling out of place played a big role, and wanting to kind of fit into the new lifestyle that everyone around me had defined as success.
I also was experiencing some really dark thoughts, felt very hopeless, felt very alone.
I think I was incredibly stressed as a person. So much of my mental headspace was taken up with what am I going to eat, when am I next going to eat it. It would affect my relationships a lot. I would say no to having dinner or meals with people and instead go for a coffee, and that coffee would have to be black.
It was just little things that were normal parts of life became very unbearable to think about.
I was feeling a deep sense of loneliness. I was surrounded by people, but I was deeply lonely. I started having those anxious episodes which turned into panic attacks, and then I thought I can't possibly tell anyone that's happening, because if I do that, I'll be seen as a failure. I'm a man in the city. What man in the city is going to say, oh, yeah, I'm having panic attacks and I can't sit in a board meeting?
So I had gotten into quite a bad cycle of restricting and binging, and the binging was getting worse.
The first time I had a panic attack, it felt like I was going to die, and I thought I was going to die, actually. I was in my bed and it was the end of a long weekend and I'd been drinking and doing other things, and I thought, I'm going to be found dead in this room. My parents are going to find me and they're going to see all this crap everywhere and how humiliating it is.
I had thoughts of, wanting that pain and suffering to end, and it wasn't that I didn't want to be alive anymore. It's not that I didn't want to live. It was more that I couldn't see any other way to make all of those feelings go away, and being scared by those feelings, that was what really prompted me for the first time to seek support from a therapist.
started my training at Linklaters, and through the firm's healthcare offering, I had my first bout of therapy, and I was also diagnosed with an eating disorder.
I had a really pivotal moment when I joined the Bank of England. When World Mental Health Day came around, I was absolutely overwhelmed. There were lots of structures in place around the Green Ribbon campaign, so it wasn't just the campaign, but it was the fact that there was a provision for me to be able to really easily access therapy in a way that didn't have to be overly disruptive to my day.
Everything about my life changed for the good when I asked for help. And without that, I wouldn't be here. There's probably 3 times in my life that I could have lost my life, including taking my own. And those times haven't come true because others have stepped forward and shown me their vulnerability and shown me their truth. And that's what's given me the ability to move through and not only survive, but flourish.
It took me a while before I actually openly spoke about my eating disorder to colleagues, but people were incredibly understanding that, you know, I had weekly appointments for my therapy, and as I moved through my training contract, I felt more and more comfortable saying that it was therapy and it wasn't just a medical appointment.
It was such a clear signal that they care, they understand, they want to offer support to people who struggle with their mental health.
There's a human element to this, which is let's be decent people. But there's also a business element to this, which is if we've got a happier workplace and a more efficient workplace, then we've got a better service for clients.
I think it also just means that I feel so much more comfortable at work, and being able to bring every aspect of me and show that I am human. And I think that makes a huge difference in terms of my job satisfaction, my performance, and the relationships I develop inside and outside of work.
So it was because of workplace wellbeing campaigns that I was able to talk to my family and friends for the first time about what I was going through. It's a very positive and quite a pivotal and transformational moment for me in terms of my personal life as well.
I'm really passionate about supporting the This Is Me campaign, especially in the city, which is full of high-pressured, high-flying careers where people often don't take the time to stop and reflect, and can often feel a whole host of difficult emotions and stress that at least people feel comfortable to be able to bring their full selves to work.
I think the This Is Me campaign is fantastic. It offers you a real sense of community when you're taking those steps into addressing workplace wellbeing and mental health.
The This Is Me campaign and what it's trying to achieve within the city, well, it's wildly important. We spend most of our life at work and we're humans and we experience things, so let's stop pretending we don't. Being able to talk to someone and them not judge you, it's a huge gift. So no matter how dark the situation is, no matter how you feel, whether it's suicidal, whether it's depression, anxiety, addiction, there's a way through all of it.
I'm Anastasia, and this is me.
I'm Alice, and this is me.
I'm Luke, and this is me.